What is up, guys? Welcome to the channel. This is Eric the Cosmic Wizard, and this is Cosmic Tarot. This is going to be a Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus reading. So eat the meat, spell the bone, take a resonate, and leave the rest behind. All right, Gemini. I have been sitting here playing with this fucking camera all day, pissing me off. And I said, you know what? It's not giving me the lighting that I really want, but I'm just going to take it. So, perfectionism is something that I struggle with. So if you guys struggle with perfectionism, what are some things that you do to help you overcome it? Because I just get to a point where I just say, fuck it, and just shut down. It's going to be good enough. Maybe that's where you are in life right now. You could be in a very take it or leave it kind of mentality, and it's probably, it's going to upset a few people. You know, it's going to add fuel to the fire. You know what I mean? You really are someone here who, as much as you try, like, you know, I'm really trying to just let it go. Okay, I'm just going to take it. You know what I mean? Like, you just have to accept certain things for what they are. Gemini. Yep. 5 of Cups here in reverse. I feel like you really have been trying to move away from guilt, move away from regret, move away from pain in the past. You know, no longer blaming yourself for relationships, connections, jobs, friendships, partnerships, deals, whatever, you know, whatever didn't work out is being released. 9 of Swords here in the Ace of Pentacles. And I think someone could be really upset about something here not working out with you. Someone here could have really wanted your energy and attention here with the 9 of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. But for whatever reason, this shit never took off. It just never reached the place where things could be better for you or this person. Like, you're just someone who doesn't there we go. That's all I needed to do. Ooh, that was going to bother me. Here's the thing, though. Even though I was like, fuck it, I'm done, I'm over it, you could see I was still clearly not over it, right? So I could tell myself I'm over it. But really, until I solve it, is it not going to be resolved? And even then, it's still not completely fixed, but kind of fixed. If you have trouble with lighting and cameras, like if you put like a little piece of tape or something like near the lens, it kind of helps balance out the lighting. I'm also trying to learn other techniques and tips that I can use to help get better lighting, sound, all that stuff that doesn't cost people thousands of dollars on equipment. You can just, do a little this, and this will help your shit out. King of Wands, yeah. So you are someone who is very, I feel like you're grounded here, but you take initiative, you take action. So when things go wrong, you're very solution based. You're very focused on solving the issues and not just wallowing in your problems. Like, yeah, you'll feel upset, you'll feel like crap, but like, you know, okay, well, what are we gonna do about it? We're gonna sit here and cry all day, or we're gonna actually try to like figure it the fuck out, you know? And like, I feel like that's a kind of, not everybody embodies that energy, or not everybody wants to embrace that mindset. A lot of people have a victim mindset where they will victimize themselves. They will continuously play the victim over and over again. They will feel, you know, oh, why is so-and-so, you know, doing this to me? Why did, you know, this happen to me? And, well, you know, all this thing from childhood. And like, yeah, you know, we can all sit here and blame mommy and daddy for everything. And to some degree, you know, they have responsibilities that they maybe for whatever reason, depending on your situation, they didn't, you know, fortify you as strongly as they should have or you would have liked. Maybe they didn't teach you about finances. Maybe they didn't teach you about being a man or a woman or being, you know, a adult. Because here you are, in your early 20s, late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, early 40s, late 40s, and you're at these, these junctions in life where it's like you had to do a lot of your own leading the way, and it wasn't even like the blind leading the blind. It was the absent leading the blind. You know what I mean? Like they weren't, you've been leading yourself because the people who are there, supposed to be there, have been absent emotionally, and if they're not physically absent, you could be like, well, my parents or whoever, my partner is with me, but are they with you in your heart? Like, someone could be physically next to you, but spiritually and emotionally, that person has been gone for years. It's just a physical body. I was in a fraternity and I felt so alone because I didn't feel connected to like any of the people around me. I didn't feel like I had a bond other than just smoking weed and drinking and, partying. Other than that, there wasn't anything deep. It wasn't anything spiritually fulfilling. You know, there was a few, I will say that there was a few friendships, brotherhoods, but for the majority of a lot of us, a lot of people, especially in Western societies, we don't honor close, connected, relationships. It's all about reciprocity, transactional relationships. I'm your friend because this clout gets me this. I'm your friend because you have this kind of street cred. I'm your friend because you and I both have a common interest in playing video games. There is nothing deeper than just the surface level interaction. For example, if you were to remove that action, that camaraderie component, the video game, the sports team, the proximity to just being neighbors, what would that relationship look like? Is there any deep connection? Is there any deep, meaningful soul ties with people around you where you feel, you know, if I was like, what, I'm just feeling down today. I'm not feeling good. This is this and this and this. What kind of response would you get from that kind of person? And if the answer is something shallow, something like, yeah, well, keep your head up, buddy. It'll be okay. You know what I mean? So many people have their own shit. So many people are going through their own shit that we don't even know how to hold space for other people. And honestly, a lot of people just don't. A lot of us can't. A lot of us don't have the tools or the space, hell, a time. Like so many people are so busy working. So many people are and they think that whatever they're doing is meaningful. They're filling their day with pointless bullshit, and then they say, "Oh, the freelancers, the independent thinkers, are the people wasting time." Well, you're sitting in the cubicle making other people millions of dollars just so you can get a little piece of that. And I did that shit, still do that shit, some capacity. With the King of Wands here, you've moved past feeling sorry for yourself, trying to force situations to work that don't need to work. Not you're Emperor here in reverse. Yeah, you don't need to be the one that's always in control. And the Emperor in reverse is this person here who is losing control over your life. Someone here who wanted to dominate you. Very masculine energy here. Five of Pentacles and the World card. They know it's over. You are not entertaining relationships, businesses, partnerships, deals. People here who are abusive, manipulative, gaslighting, tyrannical, just want to be in control, Machiavellianist, just want to use fear and control to get what they want instead of being honest and upfront. They rather lie, deceive, cut, backbite. And it's a chop for me. You know what I mean? It's like I don't need a job that bad. If you're late one more time and it's like I've only been late once and I told you I was gonna be late because I had to get my kid ready for school. You know what? Don't worry about it. I won't be late anymore because I won't be working here anymore. If you can't respect that I have other opportunity or obligations in the fact that I communicate and reach out to you to let you know ahead of time that there may be this one instance and you still want to chop my head off. Don't argue, don't fight back, just walk away, you know? And, you know, people are going to realize that, like, you are the prize, you are the boss here. You know, they are so busy trying to dominate you. They're trying to make you be the little dog. They try to make you be the underdog. The more they sit there, the more rabid and stupid they look, trying to like attack you. The charity reverse. Yeah, all they're doing is pushing you away. People are literally pushing you into like this realization of your fucking boss energy, of your chariot energy, the King of Pentacles and the Death card here. Yeah, you are leveling up. No more playing small. Take your life back into your own hands when it comes to dealing with people. You know, like you don't have to meet these people where they are. You know what I mean? People say meet them where they're at, or just keep on moving, keep on riding past. You know what I mean? Because why would I meet someone where they at, and where they at is in the past? If where they at is underneath me, if where they're at is behind, and I'm not saying underneath me like beneath me, like I'm better than. But if I am on this pathway, I'm walking this way, and your path is going this way. And I'm dead set I'm going this way because this is the path that God, the universe, whomever, all of the above have put me on. Why am I going to go back that way? For the what? For the sake of closure? I'm supposed to drag this person all the way over here? What am I supposed to do? Like, no. Like, send a raven, send a postcard, you know, send a text. But you know, no, I can't meet you where you are. Either you're on the same path with me, or you just where you are and I'm where I'm at. And if our paths so shall align, so shall they align. And I think you have this uncanny ability to drop things that do not serve you. And it don't matter if it's your mom, if it's your dad, your children, man, woman, child, flower pot, you know, favorite cereal. You know what I mean? You know, like I saw the thing online about the CEO or the whoever he was, the guy from Campbell's Soup Company, saying that it has all kinds of like nasty ingredients and stuff. Like, did you guys hear about that? He was making like some really terrible comments or something. And I remember I was in a grocery store and I was like, no, I don't want to buy products that the CEO says that they don't like. And you know, and I looked it up just to see if it was just like some clickbaiting stuff or you know what it is. But apparently, you know, one of the they got them on. I don't know. But I was like, ugh, like if you just to say that about your own company, to say that about the shit that you're promoting, says a lot about the kind of person that you are. You know, like your lack of integrity to even. And I get it, like you're just one of many people, but still, like you are someone who has some authority. It's not like the same as the factory worker when you are the fucking spokesperson here. If you're somebody who could be quoted, okay, you clearly have some type of power. And for you to be behind the product that you openly know is not good says a lot about the kind of person you are. For you to peddle bullshit to people that it's just I never worked at a restaurant I wouldn't eat out of. You know what I mean? I would never make food that I wouldn't want to eat. You know, I may not like whatever ingredients, but I knew that it was fresh. It never, you know, I wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like I would never do that to somebody. I would never give someone a service that I didn't think was what they should be paying for or what they. Some people are just crooked. You know what I mean? Some people are just, they know they out here selling snake oil. They know they out here gaslighting, being on bullshit. And when you actually put love into your craft and you love what you do. And I'll be honest with you, there are some days it's hard to come up here and make videos every day. And the algorithm rewards, consistency. But I'm gonna tell you something. When you have a spiritual gift, you have a spiritual. It ebbs and flows like anything. Like there's days where, you don't feel like going to work. You don't feel like getting your ass up out of bed. Some days they're not so bad. You know what I mean? And so I have to put myself in the spirit, to be in the energy, to be out here to give y'all these messages, because they take a lot out of me. They really do. And it can, maybe it's hard for people who don't. Well, I feel like you all get it. You know what I'm saying? And I've been so hard on myself, being like, I need to make videos every day, every single day, for my almost my creators, my subscribers, you guys, the viewers. And it's like I'd rather make videos that are going to be resonating with people than just upload bullshit content every single day just for the sake of having views. And this week, I was like, I'm not feeling it today. My back hurt. I feel like shit. I haven't had my meds in a couple of days, and I'm starting to get a little, down. And I'm just like, I just want to do nothing. I want to sit in my bathrobe. I took a shower. No, I did take a shower, but I took a fucking Epsom salt bath and just boiled the back and just melted and tried to get my lower back to like release some of that tension. And I was in there for like an hour and a half, and it just felt so good. And I would like reheat the water, and my back is better. I ordered this heating back massager thingy that's supposed to like go onto like the back of your chair right here, and it's like you slip it over it, and then it like. Oh, by the way, this is my shirt. This is the CosmicWzrd shirt that I made. So I made this shirt years ago, but yeah, I'm gonna be coming out with some stuff, y'all. I've been working on some things here behind the scenes. So get ready. It's here I come. When you put stuff out into the universe, you make sure that you do it with fidelity, you do it with accuracy, you do it with integrity, and it takes a bit longer when you actually move with integrity. I don't know if you guys so I like to play Sims from time to time, and there's like certain traits that you can give your Sims. And one trait that the Sims can have is called perfectionism. And I remember like I was reading the description, and it's like Sims who have this perfectionism trait, it takes them longer to make their whatever that they're trying to create, whether it's like a painting or play an instrument or whatever. It takes them longer to master it, but they end up producing higher quality work. So, I took that to mean it may take you longer to get to the bag. It may take you longer to get to your final destination, your endpoint, right? Or the goal line. But your goal line is going to be a lot better. It's going to look nicer than some other people, Or in your, not to, compare apples to oranges here, but whatever it is that you are working on, because you take your time, because you're not trying to, and there's nothing wrong, I was going to say, because you are building a Victorian, 3-story, 45 square foot, mini mansion. It's going to take a couple years. Or you could, order a 40,000 prefab from Amazon and have that bitch plopped on a piece of land and Some of those are really nice. I've looked into those. Those are really nice. Some of those are kind of really nice. You know what I mean? And it's like boom, or you could do that. It just depends on your preference, or what you want to give your value and your attention to. Because someone may be like, well, to me, I want something now. I need something now. I'm happy for now. Or you'd be like, I don't mind staying at the hotel a couple extra weeks. I don't mind doing, you may have something like that. And some people just may not be where you are, or people feel some kind of way for them not being where you are, but there's really nothing that you could do about that. That's not your fault. And you're no longer allowing yourself to feel like, oh, I need to feel bad for people because they are where I am. But it's like, did those people help you get to where you were? Because when you was all the way back there, wasn't them the same bitches laughing at you? So just because God, the universe, whomever, has this thing coming for you and it's going to drive past everybody else who's been on BS, why do you need to feel bad? Because when you was down and bad, when them motherfuckers was sitting there talking about you behind your back that you don't even know. So no, you don't deserve to feel guilty about leaving people for where they are. Had the shoe been on the other foot, the bitch would have put cleats on just to step on you. So, we're the high priestess. Your intuition. This is all about you. You're making your life. Imagine that. You're making your life about you. How fucking dare you do that? You selfish bitch. How dare you do what everyone else around you has been doing, trying to gaslight you into being there for them, trying to trick you into thinking that these people have your best interest in hand, when they was really just fucking with your hand-me-downs. They was just playing with their own blessings. Like, these people thinking that they really doing something for you, but really the act of being of service to you was their spiritual test. If you are the chosen one, you are the chosen one. They had to come bring the gifts to the baby Jesus, right? So what are people bringing to you? Because you are the light. You are someone who is of light. The lovers and the ace of swords here at the bottom of the deck. You have this amazing spirit, this angelic spirit, and you have the truth. You cut through the truth and you see clearly, all right, the BS in people. And you provide nothing but positivity, love, and compassion and understanding to people. But what are they bringing to you? You have to make sure that you are giving correctly coming up here. Because this Emperor in reverse, you're tired. You're feeling like you haven't been able to trust people here. And it's this energy because you've had to be so guarded. You've had to be so resilient all the time. You've had to always be the strong one, to the point to where now it's hard for you to accept, to receive. And I was telling myself this earlier, like, I'm so used to when people call me and want to hang out with me, it's because that they want to, like, be encouraged. And sometimes it is, people don't want to be around someone who's always negative. But it's like, I'm always there for people when they're down. But when I'm down, my way of getting through things is just to, like, retreat. I'm not someone who reaches out. I like to be left alone. I don't, and it's not because I'm mad. It's not because I'm like, it's because I heal. I recognize when there is something that I need to heal within me that can only be healed from me. And when there is a time for me to accept true, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I love being around people, but sometimes, like yesterday, I was just like, I just want to be by myself. I just want to sit at home. I want to watch YouTube. And I want to watch people make dumb decisions online. And I want to record videos. And I want to eat and, like, just lay around. And like, maybe today I might be like, oh, well, maybe I want to go to the store, go run a little errand, or maybe I'll do this. But it's like those days that I'm like, I want to be alone is when people like to, oh, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And it's like, I just want to be by myself. And I feel so guilty saying that because I feel like I'm letting someone down. But it's like, why don't I feel bad about letting myself down? Because it's not like I'm saying I hate you, I don't like you, I don't want to ever be around you. It's just that I want to be within my own energy because I know that my energy is healing. So I need to pour some of that healing onto me. Does that make sense? Not that other people can't be healing to me. It's just that sometimes, when you need your own healing energy, like only you can heal yourself the way you need to be healed. Like it's giving, like it's just one of those days where you just need to like pour you a little glass, something, roll up a little something, throw some music on, fry some chicken, put your favorite movie on, put your phone on the charger. Don't worry about your bills. Don't worry about your man. Don't worry about your woman. Don't worry about your kids. And just put on your favorite TV show, your favorite podcast, your favorite whatever, or video game. Get you some tea, get you some weed, get you some drink, you know, get you some, get you some. Matter of fact, I don't even want none of that. I'm gonna be left the fuck alone. I don't even want no snacks. Just put my phone on the charger. Do what makes me feel good, and I think that's the energy that you need to remain in at this moment here. I just been talking and just ain't pulling in cards, but it's okay. We ain't gotta pull the whole deck every fucking day. Sometimes you could just get on and just start. Sometimes I just pull it out through the ether, and it don't. Cards are just here to guide me. They're not here to rule me. Ooh, the Four of Cups. Ooh, this bite. Oh. Ooh, I hope this heating pad works, Lord Jesus. I ordered it. What was that, yesterday? And when you ever realize it's like the solution to your problem was sitting in the Amazon uh wish list. And it's like, why didn't I think of this earlier? Why didn't I think of this one? Like, I've been sitting there for weeks. Like, it's like, oh, dummy, get a heating pad for your back. The shower does help, but like, I want something that's gonna be while I'm in this chair, judgment here and reversing the King of Wands. Yeah. In the past, you've hesitated to take action on things that you needed to change, people you need to cut out. The Four of Cups and the Four and the Five of Cups here also creates Nine of Cups here. So it's like you've always known. Hmm, you're working on, yeah, you're working on your divine masculine with this Emperor in reverse and the Three of Pentacles. Whatever it is that you do, like you're good at it. Like your trade, your skill set here with the Three of Pentacles here, you're going to be praised for your gifts, your abilities, your job, your work, your craftsmanship. You, like I said, the perfectionism in you. Yeah, does it make shit take a little bit longer than you would like? Okay, yeah, it does. But when you get there, it's going to be brilliant. You're not going to just slop your shit together. You know what I mean? You can make 1,000. You can sell 1,000 sandals, and they fall apart in 2 months, right? And maybe you get people to buy them, right? For $5.99, all right. But they're nice, they're quick, whatever, and sometimes that's what you need. You go on a little camp trip, you need a little such sour slip. You ain't expecting too much from that bitch, no. But that person then made 1,000 of them, right? They made very small numbers, examples, purposes. You make, high quality, very expensive, good material. It takes a while, and your shit costs a couple dollars. So you don't sell 1,000, you only sell 100 of them. But the 100 that you sell, they last for a long time, and people are like, wow, and 2 or 3 years later, people are like, damn, this is still holding up. This is pretty good. I ain't had no word in it. Like, where you get them from? You've been had them for a while. I was like, yeah, Gemini sandal. Gemini sandals? Like, yeah, okay. So yeah, so maybe your shit don't pop off as quickly, and that can be frustrating. Trust me, I know that shit's frustrating. It took me taking me, and I had to get over this. This is something that I am recently experiencing. And I'm not going, it's not jealousy. It's more like impatience. Like I'll see another YouTuber and their videos are getting, I'm like, I'm not like, I wish you didn't have that. I wish it was me. It's more like, man, I can't wait till I'm at that point. Good for you. And I'll watch their videos and I'm starting to watch, more different YouTubers, more different readers, people who have big following, people who have small followings. And I learn from all of them. I learn, okay, I like how she do her with and then she does the little, I like this part too, the Ten of Pentacles here, or like, I like how she does the oracles in the beginning to lay out a foundation. That's good. That's smart. That gives me a guide to where the reading should go. Sometimes I'm like, I just want to come on here and freestyle. You know what I mean? I don't want to have this is my spiritual rap battle. And sometimes, you want to free flow, and then sometimes you have something that you've been working on. And they're both good. Some people, I think it's being able to freestyle and write lyrics. In my opinion, I don't think one is better than the other. I think they both bring value, like peanut butter and jelly. Neither is better than the other. Sometimes you put jelly on the cracker. Sometimes you put, really? Oh, I think because I went like this to make the bubble thing come up. Ah, I didn't know I was doing that. That's funny. Anyway, technology. Oh, well, if that's the case, and we're going to drop subliminals. Let's drop some subliminals. So, peanut butter and jelly, one's not better than the other, but they go on different things. So sometimes you want peanut butter and crackers. Sometimes you want jelly on your toast. I mean, it's bread, right? Technically, it's just a different form of bread. Think about it. So, but when you put peanut butter and jelly together, it tastes good together. It tastes good separate, but separate things, and it tastes good together. I'm not quite sure where I was going with that, but you got it, Sade. Yeah. 6 of Wands, 2 of Wands in reverse with the Ace of Cups here. So your victory is not making a choice, or centered around sometimes picking up on just being more impulsive. You don't need to plan everything out. You don't need to have a goddamn itinerary. Be a little more spontaneous. Be a little more. It's like, it's okay not to know everything. It's okay not to have all the deets before you make a decision here. Low down. Lower your guard and allow the universe to bring love into you. You don't need to plan it. You don't need to. Sometimes I do this thing where I try to think what other people are thinking, and I should just stop doing that. Yeah. Stop doing that. King of Swords in reverse just came out. Time to. I heard Jadina. Was it Jadina or was it IC Network? I think it was Jadina. She was saying yesterday, or was it what the fuck day was that? It had to be Friday because I ain't going nowhere yesterday. She was like, you're a very logical person, and that's good, but you need to use your heart. And your heart is telling you to, yes, keep your wits about you, but you don't need to overthink everything. Be more in flow and less in plan. And I think that I can relate to that because I'll say something like, I want to go to blank and get some stuff. And then I started getting in my head like, okay, well, traffic over there is going to be like this, you get it there, you get it there. And you're like, ooh, damn, you didn't thought yourself out of doing something. I'm sitting up here trying to play with this camera, And I'm like, okay, and it's like, well, damn, I want to upload by noon, but it's like, okay, well, what if you don't upload by noon? What if you just push that bitch back to 2 o'clock? So why do you have, you know what I mean? It's just like, be more flexible. It's like, if you don't upload by noon, then you're going to, and it's like, oh my God, nigga, just upload that too. Okay. Just dial it back some. Well, be more flexible, be more, you know, I'm talking to a Gemini, so it's not like I'm asking you to do anything outside of your realm of possibilities. You guys are mutable signs like me, a Pisces, so you easily roll with the punches. It's just that we do have preferences here, but sometimes we have to be able to roll with the punches. And even mutable signs have a comfort zone, and growth requires you to step outside your comfortability. And right now, you're being pushed out the cradle, and you feel like you're not ready, but spirit's like, you big baby, you were born ready. Everyone knows it but you. I like literally have to like throw you out for you to see you're like, oh shit, I got this. I've been had this. You know, you could be. I was so worried that people were going to like, be like, what is this nigga talking about? Like, this motherfucker makes no sense. He just out here just saying shit, like, and then be like, no, like your message resonated with me. I had a client last night, and she was kind of explaining this to me, and she was like, I was sitting there, I'm flipping cards, and I've been noticing like a lot of people who get readings from me, they themselves have intuitive gifts, and it always, not all of them, but sometimes I'll see something, and then I'm like, okay, put that in the back of your mind. There might be something here, and then I'll keep seeing things, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I see suppression of spiritual development. Oh, okay, you have a gift. You have a gift. Your light scares people here. And I was like, do you have like some type of clair audience, some type of clairs? And she was like, yes. And then she started like telling me all the things that she had. And then there were certain things that she was saying that I was like, yeah, okay, okay. Where the whole, anybody who does spiritual work, a true spiritual person, someone who's truly gifted, we have this like default of like, am I a crackpot? Am I like fucking crazy? Is there something wrong with me? And I was telling her, I was like, that is good. That keeps you grounded in the real world, because in reality, we are living in this third dimension. We have this duality, unity mindset mix up in this space that we live in. So there are going to be people that are like, you are fucking crazy. And so, I think psychology and I think neurology and like, the brain is the bridge between the physical and spiritual world. Your brain has the power to interpret data in a non-physical form that we call spirit or spiritual energy, right? Certain people's brains are more active. Their nervous system is more alert, awareness, more attuned, more sensitive to, changes that the everyday average person can't see. Maybe you have an ability to, your magnetic field may be more attuned to certain vibrations. And these are actual things that physics is starting to actually understand, from a logical, physical point of view. But spiritually, these have been seen as like witchcraft, divination, and even, demonized. But they're actually rooted in something here that is a physical, tangible, uh, maybe not tangible is the right word, but actually backed up by something here other than just spirit just communicates to me telepathically. There's an actual vibrational energy field that you are keen to listening to. And the more that we learn about that kind of stuff, and it's like, no, you're not crazy. Yes, people may think that you're crazy, but people think everyone's crazy. People, they may say that, oh, you're a demon, you like tarot cards and da 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 da. But it's like, okay, well, every religion was a cult before it became a religion. Every belief started with one person believing it, and then they were able to I don't want to say convince, but maybe influence other people. And I'm not even trying to influence you to change anything like that. If you, whatever your belief is, that's your belief. And I believe that whatever you believe should be something that, uplifts you and empowers others and it doesn't hurt other people. As long as you have beliefs that don't hurt other people, then I'm cool with that. If your beliefs hurt other people, then it's just not the thing for me. To each their own. So I love all. I have to accept all, right? You know what I mean? And same for me, same for them. I can't expect other people. If your religion says I don't like you because you do shit that my religion says is, not of God, I respect that. That's your belief. Just have enough respect for me to not try to go out and cause me harm, because I promise you, I'm not trying to cause anybody harm out here who does not agree with me. I simply just want to exist, over here, and you can exist over there, and we don't have to, you know what I mean? I'm okay with that. Some people aren't okay with that. Some people want complete and unadulterated control here in your life. And these people are going to work together to try to get you back. But you're moving away, you're blocking people off. You don't have time to play games with people because intuitively your spirit is already moving towards these celebrations and this success here with the High Priestess and the Three of Cups. Honestly, here's the thing. Let's say this is your family, okay? What your family doesn't know is they think that they are punishing you by distancing themselves from you, talking poorly behind your back, cutting you off. What really all they're doing is they are self-identifying all the people that that you just need to stay away from. And they're really, honestly, I was telling my client this last night, I said, honestly, these people are just helping making your Christmas list a lot shorter. Okay, they're just really helping narrow down. Oh, okay. Oh, that's how you want to act? That. Okay, one less candle to fucking make this year for somebody. Oh, that's how you want to be? Okay, cool, awesome. One less house to stop by for Thanksgiving. Oh, okay, that's how you going to act? Perfect, great, awesome, cool. I'm going to leave you on the prayer list because I'm not like that. I'm taking you off the Christmas list. You ain't getting shit. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. You ever seen that video? I don't know. That lady, I don't know if she's mocking the church culture or whatever she's doing, like the lady who pretends to be Miss Shirley, whatever. But I like that one song, the Christmas song. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. you Christmas was coming. Christmas comes the same time every year. It's true though. It's so funny. It's like, people was like, we'd be out here and it's like Christmas comes December 25th every fucking year. Why are we ever acting crazy? I was telling my friend last night on the phone, and he's like, I want to just skip to the spring. I hate the cold. And I was just, me being me, in my 1 a.m., like, you got to take the good with the bad in life. You got to have the snow days, the cold days, because it make the warm days fun. And know that when it's warm out, it's going to get cold again. So appreciate the warm nights and know that the snowy, cold summer or winter, or summer if you live in the southern hemisphere, the cold summer night or the cold summer nights. Yikes. The cold winter nights, those are too going to pass. They're going to pass just like the warm days are going to pass. Appreciate the snowman and appreciate the swimming pool. Because one day we're going to be dead and you're going to be in a box. Well, you won't be in a box, but the body will be in the box. Your soul will be somewhere else. And I don't know if they have pools in the afterworld or the spiritual world. I don't know. Do they have pools? Four of Swords. They have swimming jet saunas. Let me stop playing with spirit. Spirit, like I have a sense of humor too, y'all. Spirit has a sense of humor, you know. Page of Swords in reverse. The Tower. Oh man. Expect sudden change. Page of Swords in reverse. I feel like oh man. So people who slept on you, people who wanted to not commit, people who didn't want to, you know, they didn't want to help the little red hen. Ooh, that's one of my favorite nursery rhymes when I was a little kid. Little Red Hen. And basically, Little Red Hen was a hen, and she went around, or he, whoever, they went around asking their little friends, you know, Billy the Billy Goat, will you help me, you know, we'll buy the, you know, make some bread. Oh no, I'm too busy, man. Da, 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 da. And Little Red Hen was like, okay, cool, whatever, you know, I'm not gonna press you too much. All right, I'll see you later, nigga. Bye, bye. And then, you know, she go over to, you know, Sally, the, I don't know, sheep. And she's like, hey, Sally, you want to run up to Trader Joe's with me and get some shit to make some bread? No, I'm busy. I got to, you know, take care of, you know, insert excuse, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool, perfect. Okay, awesome. No problem. Do you? And then he goes to Gary the goat. He's like, Gary, you know, I just got back from Sam's. You want to come over and help me, you know, knead the bread and stuff? Nah, I'm busy. I'm on the game today. I did it. Okay, cool, awesome sauce. Whatever. So Little Red Hen do all the stuff by themselves, right? And then you know they're cooking the bread. The bread is smelling all good and shit. It's that like pumpernickel, a little bit of sourdough, and they got a little bit of the herb, and they got the olive oil and the salt and the pepper with the little parmesan going, the little breadcrumb, and just like all smushed in together, and they got like the whole spread, right? And they all live in the you know, they all live in the Peabodys right next on top of each other. So they can all smell, you know, like damn, smell good over there in Red Hen's apartment. And so they and you know, they're like, hey, you know, Little Red Hen, like, it smell good up in here. What you just got back from the store? And the Little Red Hen is like, you know, she yeah, what y'all doing? I was wondering if we can come over and have some bread. No, I asked you if you wanted to come help me, and you was too busy to help me. So no, you can't. I'm about to eat all this. Like no one helped me make it. So unless you got $5 for a slice, they're like, damn, bitch, $5 for a slice. Well, 2026, shit. Eggs was $2. But the price, the point is, you know, nobody wanted to help Little Red Hen make the bread, go get the bread, put the bread together. But when they smelled the bread, when they could see the success that the Little Red Hen had gotten from doing all this shit by themselves, here they want to come knock on the door with their hands out, scratching and itching, begging and shit, dry begging and looking all sad and want to start texting and posting subliminals. All of a sudden, now a motherfucker miss you. All of a sudden, people want to know what you're doing for New Year's and Christmas. All of a sudden, people want to start getting in your inbox. All of a sudden, people want to know what you do for a living. All of a sudden, people want to ask you what you want for Christmas. All of a sudden, people want to start da 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 da. And it's like, oh, you smell that bread, don't you? Smell good, don't it? Yeah. I asked you if you wanted to help build it with me. You said no. And then I was like, you know what? I can do all this shit by myself. And now you got more bread all for yourself, and you don't have to share none of it with nobody unless you want to. And you don't want to share your shit with people who didn't help you build it. So until you find people in your life that's going to help you, you know, get the bread with you, you're going to be eating a whole bunch of loaves by yourself. But I feel like you won't be eating the loaves for long by yourself. And not to say that you're not a generous person and you don't, you know, give back and you don't even give your scraps. It's not like you're going to be, you know, you will Give to those who you choose to give to, when you choose to give to, on your terms. Don't come knocking on my door asking me, can you have some fucking bread, bitch? You wait till I bring you the shit tomorrow. While you over here knocking on my door, I had a loaf that I was gonna make y'all dumb, silly asses anyway, but you just fucked it up now with your attitude. Because now, since I told you no, I'm halfway done with this loaf. You want to pop off and get mad. Well, now, bitch, you ain't getting none of that loaf. Now I gotta take that loaf that I was gonna give your ass down to the food pantry. And I'm sure they'll be appreciative. So, fuck them. They talked themselves out of getting some ass. They talked themselves out of getting a second chance. They talked themselves out of getting this blessing with you, out of getting out of your life. They helped bounce themselves out. The bitch said, I can kick myself out. You know what I mean? This is the kind of person who I've been kicked out of nicer shit. That's the attitude. Well, fuck you, little red hen. I don't want none of your bread. This smells shitty anyway. Then why'd you come over here? It's that you ugly anyway. That's why you fat. You stupid. Then why was you bothering me? Oh, now I'm ugly. Okay. I wasn't ugly 20 minutes ago. Hey, big head, what you doing? See, man, you a bitch. You ain't even that cute. Then why are you bothering me? So dumbass. You never know. Some people like that. They like, all of a sudden now you fat and you got stretch marks and you ugly and your teeth too far apart and your breath stink and all this shit. But 5 minutes ago, you was, ooh, you so fine. I just want a piece of you and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. No, I'm okay. I'm practicing celibacy. I'm working on myself. Oh, that's cool. So, like, you don't do nothing? Like, you don't do nothing? Go away. Man, see, you just, I heard you some slut, so now, so you don't want to be a slut no more. Okay, sure. If that makes you feel better, okay. Is it cause I'm too good for you and you think that you can't handle me? I mean, if that makes you feel better, yeah, sure. Okay, yeah. Whatever helps you sleep at night. You will let somebody believe whatever. Oh, I'm just not your type. You like white girls, you like white boys, you like da-da-da-da. If that helps protect your ego, then yeah, okay, sure, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's say that. Yeah. Let's go with that. You do not care. You could not care less. Hey, you know what? One more thing before we go. Be careful of people in your life who are always so quick to tell you what someone else is saying about you. Oh, well, I was at so-and-so house and they brought you up and they said that you was down bad and that you lost your job and you were making no money, that your braids look uneven and that your hair is nappy and you be on YouTube dry begging and talking about weird shit. Oh. So you just sat there and let them talk about me like that? I mean, you were just chiming in and laughing and probably adding in your little bit. And so now you ran over here to get my response to go bring it back to them. Okay. Well, that's their choice. They can think whatever they want. That's fine. And then they're just like, well, that's not fun. You're not being messy. You're not creating drama. Like, I need a distraction from my sad, miserable life, and you're not giving me what I want. The friend who calls you, oh my God, everything is so great. My life is so perfect. Me and my new partner are so amazing. And they're like trying to make you jealous. And you're just like, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. I know that you've been, really looking for love. And I hope this is it. I hope you find this person. I'm really happy for you. And this person's like, yeah, me too. Like, I'm just so happy. I'm so happy. Are you seeing anyone? And you're like, I'm just focusing on me. But meanwhile, you got somebody in the back of your mind that you're talking to But you're not going to share all your business with this person because this person is clearly trying to make you jealous. This person's trying to throw something in your face, you know? And it's like, now they want to fish to see if they actually like got a little something over you. What do? You step into Gemini mind game territory. Oh, okay. Let's play. Let's play. And you keep what's really close to you, to your chest, hidden. Someone calls you, oh my God, I just got a raise, I'm doing good, da, 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 da. They bragging, doing all this shit. And you just like, and you're genuinely happy for them. You're like, oh, that's awesome. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, you just fucking hit 10,000 on the scratch off. You just did this. Your business is doing well, but you ain't tell nobody. And it's not because you don't celebrate yourself. It's because they need this little win. Okay. They need a little win. And you know that this person needs this, they need this they need this validation, this external validation. That's what it is. You are realizing that people need external validation, while external validation is just confirmation of your internalized motivations and success. Where you or someone, you're learning how to rely more on intrinsic, motivation, intrinsic. Ooh, that was a word I used to always say as a teacher. I would say, these kids have no intrinsic motivation. They do not see the value in uh, self-efficating their own interests. So you aren't like that. You have an intrinsic motivation to be successful, other than just, I want to stone people. I want to make people feel jealous. I want a Gucci hat, a Gucci belt, so people who ain't got Gucci can feel mad about me for having Gucci. But it's like, you don't need all those things, and you could be someone who has all shit, but that doesn't mean anything to you. You're not the person who, I got 4 degrees. I got 4 degrees. Me, I'm better than you. I have 4 degrees. And you're like, okay, but you're still going to jail for scamming. So now one of them degrees was in, like, I don't know, legal law or marital insurance fraud. Like, but you just successful, just as successful. You just don't have to rub in your face. You know what I mean? Like, the minute a bitch go and get oh my goodness. And there's nothing wrong too. You should celebrate that. But I remember, so I graduated grad school during the pandemic. So my graduation was online. But it was also my friend at the time, thought he was my friend, his birthday. And I was like, I'd rather go on a trip for my friend's birthday to Louisville than sit on a virtual call with people I've never met and have a virtual, like, it didn't matter to me. It didn't matter to me. I already got the plaque. That's all that mattered. And even that didn't even matter. At the end of the day, that didn't even fucking matter. But you don't need the external validation to intrinsically motivate you to know that you're doing the right thing. The external validation that you do receive is just confirmation that you are going in the right direction. It doesn't, it's not your barometer, it's not your fuel, okay? It's just a byproduct. Or for other people, they are fueled simply on the attention that they get from people, uh beauty. Some people may do a lot of shit to be beautiful. They'll go and have all kinds of dangerous surgeries, and they constantly obsessed about their weight and their image, how they come across, how people think about them. Whereas you are like, oh shit, I got a little blemish right here. Okay, well, let me just turn the blur setting up to oh, okay, well, let me just move back a little bit. Oh, I got a little zit right here. Oh, okay, well, let me get some more different and add that on real quick. Oh, I need to get my hair done. Oh, okay. Let me not act like you ain't never had to get your hair done before. Like you ain't never had to get a hot oil treatment on your scalp. Let me not act like, oh my God, no one's gonna understand. I'm sitting here in my fucking bathrobe and a t-shirt. Okay. Who cares? Fucking cares. And people are still like, oh, you look nice. You look good. I ain't good. Ain't nobody like, oh, you know what? I was gonna fuck her, but she had a pimple on her fucking nose. I was gonna dick her ass. But that bitch had a pimple on her fucking nose. No man ever said, ooh, I like her, but she had a chipped fucking nail. Like, who the fuck go to the club with a chipped nail? Fuck that bitch. I can't be with that bitch. She got a fucking chipped fingernail. I ain't never seen no bitch with no fucking chipped fingernail. You know, some people don't care about that shit. Somebody's like, oh my God, and you know, no shade to people who like their nails done. If that's what you like, maybe I don't care, but you know, I understand the personal things of people. You know, people pick and choose what's important to them. So if your nail is chipped and that's like a life or death thing for you, that's your prerogative. You know, I don't think that that's healthy. I could be someone who could be a little self obsessive. I was sitting playing with this camera for forever, worried about getting this video out before noon on Sunday, the 14th, and I'm looking at the time right now. It's 11:49. It's not going to happen. It may not even get out till 2 o'clock. It may not even come out till about 4 o'clock. So I may not be able to get the uploading time every day perfectly, but I'm gonna get it. Okay, and it's okay if you got a chip nail. It's okay if you know, what's not okay is walking around with that white shit on your heel. Take that shit off. You know what I mean? But if you, oh man, I'm fucking popping nail. Okay, that's cool, whatever. You know, oh, I got a little zit on my nose. That's okay, whatever. You know, it's more different on. Get some proactive. Get some Neutrogel. Get some something. You know, I'll be okay. You know, and you still get people that love you. But somebody who is like over here, beat to the gods, making sure they can ever not be perfect, just waiting for someone to be like, "Am I pretty? Please tell me I'm pretty." And they go out to the mall with you, they plain friend, they regular friend, and everybody's like, you know, they like your natural beauty. You know, they walking around, you know, and everybody is just looking at them. I remember there was this one girl. I was at this happy hour with my friends from work, and it was just she just I couldn't help it. I just looked at her. She just the face, the waist trainer, and all of that. It just looked like I don't want to be disrespectful, but it looked a little cartoonish. Like it just looked very unhealthy. It looked uncomfortable, and you know, she thinks in her mind that you know, oh, I'm bad, I'm pretty, and in my mind, I see it's like, wow, this person has gone to extreme lengths to make themselves feel beautiful. How I felt bad because like, wow, you must be really insecure about yourself. Like you must be really like, you know, there I go projecting in my own mind. Like there is a form that is a little bit of projection in me. That's my shadow coming out, you know. Oh, you perceive people who, you know, do more than you would in their opinions as being insecure. And sometimes it's right. And sometimes it's just someone has a higher threshold of what they doing too much. Someone may be like, oh, with the, you know, the videos and trying to get the background, like you're doing too much. I see YouTubers who have grainy ass cameras. They got, you know, 500,000 views. So there I go projection again. And it's like, here you are. You got to get the microphone. This ain't even plugged in, but you got the microphone, you got the camera, and it's just like 500 views. And this bitch over here in her car on an iPhone 14, 500,000 views. So, we all have our things when it comes to like what we value, what we don't value. So just because you value something doesn't mean it's more valuable than someone else not valuing it. The problem is when people try to attach their value systems to you and then judge your reactions to their value systems based off of your response. Did I say that right? Your values are not based on the reactions to other people. They are confirmations that you are doing what you need to be doing. Other people are basing their values off the reactions to other people. Hope I made that made sense. All right, guys, that was a really long reading to say almost. I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop undercutting my message here by speaking like I'm doing something wrong here. Sorry, that was an internal thought made external. Some of you need to hear that. That Seven of Swords energy is deception of the self. Don't shrink yourself. We get into this thing where I know I do, where it's like I don't want to sound like I'm like being a know-it-all or being like I shrink my intelligence because I grew up feeling like my intelligence threatened other people, so I would play dumb so people wouldn't feel intimidated by me. And it's something that I have to really get myself out of. And also I hate when people make compliments about my appearance sometimes, good or bad, especially bad. But I was talking to a friend about this. When you're dating someone and they keep calling you beautiful, they call you sexy every 3 minutes, it starts to sound like, okay, like what do you want? Like, this is just like, you're so sexy, you're so beautiful, you're so beautiful. Thank you. God, it's like every 3 minutes, it's like, okay, nigga, like, damn, something else. Can I be smart? Can I be interesting? Can I be funny? It's just got like, what? Like, who does this work on? You know what I mean? They're like dumb bitches. You're not dumb bitch. Like, you smart ass. You can read and write. Yeah. Who you been dating? If y'all could tell me what movie that's from, I would be impressed. She was like, you can read and write. He said, yeah. Who you been dating? Like, can I have y'all know? You can read and write. Yeah. Who you been dating? And exactly. They're like, what? You're pretty and smart? And I'm like, yeah. Who you been fucking with? Like, oh my God, you're a horse? The moon, the page of cups, page of swords. You intimidate the fuck out of somebody here from the past. The Tower and the Three of Swords. This person know that they would have to put in too much work, and that scares them, and that makes them not want to come towards you. Justice in reverse. You force people to grow. You're worth it, but it's hard. The Eight of Pentacles. I'm sorry, the Eight of Wands. I'm sorry, I was right the first time. The Eight of Pentacles. My bad. If the damn light would work. Eight of Pentacles and Justice in reverse. There's an imbalance here. These people do not want to do the work. They feel like they would have to do more work than you would to meet you where you are. This is a mediocre, benthic, basic bitch. That can't be benthic and basic. Excuse me. This is a very basic person. Like, this is someone who is just rinse, wash, repeat. They don't, like, you are a rare species, and this is just a common, piece of cod, a common piece of tilapia. They thought that you look like a little piece of tilapia, like but really you're a rainbow fish, and you have hidden in, tilapia armor here to make yourself more palatable because you were born into a bunch of giver-uppers, a bunch of wannabe destiny swappers, a bunch of wannabe fucking better than, a bunch of bitches who ain't never did shit, but they want to pontificate their whole manifesto of how to do everything, but they ain't never fucking left the house, ain't never jumped off the porch, ain't never been on a trip by themselves, ain't never fucking did anything. They got one thing. Oh, okay, you bought a house, cool. So every time I ever do something, you can only say, "Ooh, you done 19 things I ain't never did, but you ain't never did the one thing I did." Remember that one time you made a mistake, and that's all I could think about is the 1, 2, 5, 6, 7 mistakes, and not the 11, 13, 96 things that I've done wrong. You cheated on me. Well, you burnt dinner 2 years ago. You wouldn't give me any when I asked you for some. Yeah, you was pregnant with my baby, but you didn't give me what I wanted, so I went and got what I wanted. I'm a man. That's what men do. It's not my fault. I'm just taught that way. It's not the same for us. We have different set of rules. That's just biology. Women not supposed to be preachers. It's in the Bible. I only agree with these things because they support my narrative that I'm making. But it's like, who made those narratives in the first place? Oh, people who wanted to abuse and exploit other people. And also, just for the men too, how do I put this? Men should just be providers and they don't need emotional support. I don't hear this a lot, but I have heard this sometimes. I mean, what a man more than a man needs is just all he needs is some food and some sex, you know. And it's like I don't have to emotionally be there for him. He just needs to be emotionally there for me and write that fucking check. Make sure that note get paid. Make sure this mortgage get paid. And if he do that, then I'll give him some sex. And it's like all I gotta do is just put some, just open my leg. I'm supposed to eat everything I want in the world. I'm supposed to oh, babe, don't you want to take care of me? That's what men do. You're not a man if you're not taking care of me. You want to be a man, don't you? You don't want to be weak. Be a man. Take care of me. Am I going to reciprocate? No, because that's what men's supposed to do. I'm never going to have your back. It's always going to be me getting and you giving because that's what you're supposed to do. You're a man, right? That's what men are raised to do. I don't care about your emotional state. I don't care about you had a hard day at work. I don't care about you. The white man got his foot on your neck. Man, get your ass up and go get another job. Stop complaining about that shit. You just making shit up. A man's supposed to not have no feelings. Men ain't supposed to cry. Men don't care about feelings and emotions. That's the other toxic side of toxic masculinity as well. It's crazy though because we tend to think that only the victims suffer, but I think about it like this: you have to be in so much pain to want to impose that onto someone else, whether you admit it, whether you can see it. And I'm not justifying what they do. I'm not justifying the offender's actions. I'm simply pointing out that in order to do such evil, cruel, vile, nasty things, I believe that you have to, in some shape or form, in your own psyche, somewhere in your brain, be a victim of some type of pain and torture of the same, if not more, degree. Because I couldn't imagine, I'm a happy, healthy, well-adjusted person. I want to go to Epstein Island. I want to do harm to other people. Yeah, on the outside, it looks like I'm a really happy-go-lucky person with millions and billions of dollars. And to the public and the masses, I should have everything I want because I have the one thing most people never get. But yet I still find myself doing disgusting, horrible things that most people could never even comprehend to do. Damn, no wonder I hate myself. Now I just dug myself in this deeper hole, and now I'm actually tied by the devil to these negative entities and behaviors. I have to keep doing this, or it'll all come down collapsing on me, the weight of all my guilt and shit. So what do? I continue to just hurt and harm and abuse other people without ever thinking about my actions. There's the devil. I knew he was going to be around somewhere. The devil comes, and when the devil is present, love is blocked. Because you cannot have fear and love at the same fucking time. You just can't. You can't have fear and love at the same time. So someone who is living out of fear cannot be in love. Not truly. They can feel the illusions of love. They can have the illusion of security, the illusion of safety, the illusion of stability, the illusion of, connectivity with another person here, but it's not genuine, because as long as fear is present, it's going to be conditional. It's going to be some piece of it being held back. There's going to be a piece of it that is, reserved. It's not, there's always going to be something tainted. And this reading has just gotten really long. It's turned into a lot. Okay. I know I said I was going to get off, but I just kind of got into like this rhythm here. And it's crazy though, because I'm going to get done soon. But, I was telling myself earlier, it's like, I don't want to get on the table and And it's just like, just fucking do it. Just do it. Just do it. And I'm sitting here now, I'm talking for like over an hour. I love talking to you guys. It makes me, it's like talking to like my therapist. It's like talking to someone who actually listens, even though I'm talking to myself. But I know you all be listening in the comments. So I'm looking forward to reading the comments. Maybe that's what I'll do today. I'm going to go through my comments and just read through them all and reply to everybody, because, I ain't that busy. But guys, like I said a lot, but I want to leave this on a high note. I want to leave this with a final message here. And the message that I want to leave with you guys is going to come from the Universe Has Your Back collection. So, these are daily affirmations that you can use that will help kind of guide you in a positive way. I just want to say thank you guys again for being here. I hope you all are enjoying the holiday season. I hope everyone is staying warm where it's cold, and where it is warm, I hope you are cool and safe. And I hope everybody is enjoying themselves. The ones in school, I hope you guys are enjoying your break. And I hope everybody is safe, no matter where you are. Thank you guys once again. Make sure you like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me what parts of this reading resonated with you, what parts of this reading did not. Okay? All right. Also, I just want to say, I'm going to try my best to do dailies, but I don't want y'all to don't hold no flames to my feet, okay? But when you get your readings, just know they're going to be quality. You're not going to be forced. It's not going to be because I felt obligated. It's going to be because I felt called, okay? Someone, I don't know why, but someone could be having some foot and neck pain. I don't know. Soak your foot. Go see a doctor. Somebody. I don't know. Okay, I'll take that one. My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. I like this. My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. And one more, because I love you guys. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. a very simple card. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. So you're an alchemist. You can alchemize the energies around you into what you need them to be. You use it for positivity. You can be a chaos agent and tear down some shit that needs to be torn down. It's up to you. Doing both, doing neither. But live out loud and love. Until then, I love you guys. Drink water, be safe, and peace.